Today on the channel, day 2 of San Diego Comic-Con reveals as Mattel back at it again. I didn't think yesterday could be topped, but buckle up, pack a lunch, and let's dig in.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for San Diego Comic-Con reveals Part 2. If you missed Part 1, make sure you check out that one first, but Part 2 is here today. Part 1 covered Day 1, special preview night of San Diego Comic-Con, more of the stuff that was on the floor. Today in this video, we're covering Day 2, a lot of stuff that was talked and shown in the Mattel panel, of course, at San Diego Comic-Con 2022. A lot of renders, a lot of future stuff, a lot of stuff we're going to see towards the very end of this year, early next year. But man, did Mattel blow it away this year or what? So much cool stuff for Legends fans like myself, and I know a lot of you guys that watch the channel, big fan of the Legends, but we're also getting some of the more modern day Legends, as I like to call them. More Legends from the late 90s, 2000s, things like that. Just really the gamut of professional wrestling ran here via Mattel. And I'm here for it all day long, and I know you guys are too. So without further ado, let's get down to it. Let's go through the pictures and give my little commentary, a little talk, my thoughts on these things that we saw here today. And of course, you can go to Ringside Collectibles, use discount code Kyle, save 10%, and you can buy a lot of these here in the future when the pre-orders start going up and so forth. And of course, I did grab a lot of these pictures from Ringside, but also from WWE.com. They put up a big gallery of like 350 pictures, so I did grab them off WWE.com, so check that one out. But today, we started off hot. Now, yesterday, they announced Basic Cody Rhodes. I said, hey, Basic Cody Rhodes, it's coming. Makes all the sense in the world. That's what we're getting first. But then they came in swinging for the fences today. Mattel Creations, tomorrow, Friday, the 22nd of July, he will go up for pre-order. A Cody Rhodes Ultimate Edition, $45, and it sounds like the pre-order span will be for a week. So you have a week to get your order in for this Cody Rhodes. But man, Mattel wasting no time to get after that Ultimate Edition Cody Rhodes. It'll be very interesting having a Supreme and Ultimate of basically the same figure. We can kind of compare and contrast like we always do. Very interesting, but you know Mattel, they are all in the Rhodes family. They're going all in, and we'll talk more Rhodes family stuff in this very video. But Cody Rhodes coming in hot, Ultimate Edition, 3 heads. Not sure what to think about this one. This is just renders at this time. Some interesting looks to him here. I don't know. The Ultimate body style is very interesting. We'll leave it at that for now. But we do have that, and it will have special box art packaging via Mattel Creations once again. All right, I'm just going to go down the line of what I grabbed off WWE.com. We got a new Basic, another Giant. You guys know I love a good Giant Basic, and we can put him with our Apollo Crews from their short tenure together, I guess, on the main roster. But we got Commander Aziz, first time in the line. Last time in the line, I guess we'll wait and see on that one. But a good enough render, a good enough idea for a figure. Another Basic, first time in the line, hopefully not last time in the line. We got Aaliyah, of course, SmackDown Wrestling Superstar currently. We're getting her. And then one a lot of people are going to be wanting is Pat McAfee. We're getting Pat McAfee, I guess the regular edition and Chase edition. So 2 Pat McAfee figures. Always love it when we get ringside announcers and commentators, interviewees, people like that, interviewers, I should say. Always fun to get in the line, especially for, you know, people that are watching the current product. They love to get a Pat McAfee. And this is one of those ones that has a little crossover like Rob Gronkowski had a couple years back. Some football fans, some other fans of his podcast, radio shows, things like that, they're going to want to get in on this Pat McAfee figure. We get Tommaso Ciampa making some headway on the main roster on Raw with Miz. We get 2 versions. We get the Basic, regular, and Chase edition. At least it is pretty different. One is in long pants. One is in trunks. Hey, I'm here for that all day long, but I won't be picking that one up. I'm good with that ringside exclusive for now. We'll roll with that one. Oh boy, it's all coming up, Funker. Terry Funk, you guys know me. I love me some Terry Funk, and I'm picking up 2 of this one. He will be the collector's edition, very similar to the British Bulldog, but he will be available everywhere. We got Chainsaw Charlie, Terry Funk 2-in-1. That second head looks a lot like that Mattel Elite we had back in the day. But man, I'm here for this. Give me all the Terry Funks. I want all the Terry Funks. And we know we got the Ultimate Edition coming. We talked about that yesterday. Very, very excited for that one to come up. But Terry Funk back in the Elite line like he should be. He should be in every single line. I wish. Alexa Bliss, we saw this yesterday. We talked about this one. We do have the Lily doll with her. It looks like Lily's head is removable, so a little different there. And we knew this was rumored to be coming, and here it is. Here's the official pictures of him. But we get Ron Simmons, a.k.a. Farouk Assad. You guys know, I've watched my channel for a long time. I was a huge fan of Ron Simmons back when he was in WCW as the champion. I loved him in Doom as well. Lost me with Farouk Assad, of course, as a teenager. But very cool to get in action figure form. Get 2 helmeted heads with him. Everybody loves a helmeted head, but that's a very interesting one. Then we're getting Finn Balor, but Demon Finn Balor. Somewhere over here, somewhere behind me, I have all my Demon Finn Balor figures. Right here, I believe it is, right there. The Demon is a favorite of mine, of course. You guys know I'm a sucker for face paint. So to get another Demon, it's been quite some time. He really doesn't go to that very much at all anymore, but very happy to get another Demon figure. That'll fit right in my collection perfectly. And another one that's going to fit into my collection perfectly is my girlfriend, Mandy Rose. Don't tell Maurice. But Mandy Rose, of course, getting her Elite here. A very interesting one. She got her wings on her. Very, very cool. But, of course, first time non-blonde Mandy Rose in the lineup there. So we got Mandy Rose coming. Then we got another guy that stole my heart many years ago before he made the main roster, before he was even on NXT. He was posting workout videos on Twitter, playing heavy metal, Megadeth, Judas Priest, you name it, while he was doing squats. Sign me up all day long. You know I'm in for that. But we're getting old Rick Boogs, or just Boogs as he's known right now. He does come with a guitar. How cool is that? Extra hands. He's even got the old Ronnie James Dio horns like he should. I'm all in on that one. And he is also the Chase edition here. Very, very cool. You get 2 guitars that way. Now, if you got that Stranger Things Eddie figure, you could probably grab that guitar, move it over there. Not what he used in the show, but it's enough to be dangerous. But I'm all in for a guitar accessory. Very cool. Rick Boogs, all day long, I'm picking that one up. Then we get another one I'm a little bit excited for as well, as I love wild figures, love something different. We're getting Happy Corbin, and we're getting also Down on Your Luck Corbin, a 2-in-1 figure. I don't know if I'm going to get 2 of these, but Happy Corbin with the happy face, with the longer hair, disgruntled face. But he does have, of course, the bright Hawaiian-type shirt going on, the cool hat. He looks like he's ready for vacation in Florida. I'm okay with that one in the Elite line. Zelina Vega makes her return to the Elite line, previously a collector's edition from Target. Very cool to get her here. It is, Queen Zelina once again, but very cool to get another Queen Zelina figure. It's been a while. And then, it's all coming up. Riddle. You guys know I'm a big Matt Riddle fan. I'm here for this one. Give me all the Matt Riddle figures. This one comes with a scooter, comes with a hat, comes with the flip-flops, of course, and then you got all the different hand gestures there. I'm here for it all day long. Even a cool Easter egg with the Randy Orton hands in here. Man, give me that Riddle. I'm all for that one. And then one I think we knew that was coming, but is officially shown here in figure form, and it looks like he will be the Chase edition here. I don't know if we needed him as the Chase edition, but it is what it is. We're getting 2 different versions of the Boogeyman. The second one, and I think that is the Chase one with all the red. That was a very cool Jack's Ruthless Aggression figure back in the day. And we're seeing a lot more Ruthless Aggression era figures, or characters, I should say, into the action figure lines, as it's a little bit of the changing of the guard. We're slowly working our way away from the Macho Mans, Warriors, Hulk Hogan's of the world, and we're moving into the more RA type stuff as people get older and older collectors stop collecting. It's the circle of life, the circle of collecting life. It's hard to get your head around it sometimes, but we're seeing Boogeyman as the Chase. What a time to be alive. Of course, we had an Elite Boogeyman back in the day, so we'll have technically 3 Boogeyman figures. Can you believe it? Now we hear Elite 100, and as I said in my Elite 100 prediction video, a lot of this stuff kind of came true. A lot of names I threw out there did come to fruition here, but we do get Becky Lynch. Now, I was guessing Natalya or Charlotte, trying to keep it all in the family for people who have been around a long time, but I guess Becky Lynch makes sense as well. She is obviously a pretty popular performer. We all know that, but we are getting Becky Lynch. And I gotta say, a little underwhelming for Elite 100 for me. We did hear there is going to be special packaging with different art on Elite 100. That's cool enough, I guess. Becky Lynch, I just don't know. For me, I didn't want her in Elite 100, but it is what it is. I don't write the checks. We're also getting John Cena in Elite 100, and he does have a new spinner title belt. Of course, the old chain gang, the hat, hands. John Cena, a guy I figured would be in Elite 100. It just makes sense. He's been around for the whole Mattel era. Very popular wrestler, as we all know, John Cena in Elite 100. Once again, another guy I thought, yeah, there's probably a pretty good chance. Rey Mysterio, one of the guys that has had the most figures of all time, and it looks like he does come with the WCW title, which is really cool. World Wrestling Champion, Cruiserweight Champion. An interesting Rey, a Rey we haven't had in Elite form, so I guess that is good. Hopefully we get some new Rey head scans. I've been screaming about that for a while. It just feels like we go through the motions there. But Rey Mysterio, another guy not shocked to see in Elite 100. And then another guy that I threw out there that I'm not shocked to see is The Rock. Obviously the most popular wrestler, if he can be called a wrestler to this day. The most popular performer in wrestling history. I think when all things are said and done, The Rock will surpass Hulk Hogan in amount of popularity, everything else under the sun. It's just a fact. And The Rock here, we got a new head sculpt on him. You got glasses, extra hands. Brahma Bull title belt. A lot of people will be wanting that, especially Rock collectors. And there's some amazing ones in Elite 100. Now, I'm down on a few of those, maybe not what I selected. This one came a little bit out of left field. I did think we'd see Stone Cold Steve Austin. I thought there was a possibility at that, but I never would have guessed in a million years we'd get WCW TV title Steve Austin. This is prime TV title, prime Steve Austin era for old Kyle. I absolutely loved this time with Steve Austin. I want the other one a little bit earlier with the long hair and the robe as well. Give me Stunning Steve. But man, I love this. The 90s colored tights, the title belt. This is what I want. I don't need more bald-headed Steve Austins. Get me this one. And I'm a little bit shocked they didn't go with WrestleMania Steve Austin for this instead of this deep cut. But by no means am I complaining. I'm here for this all day long. That title belt is absolutely amazing. And then this is another sleeper one. I didn't even think about Andre the Giant being in Elite 100. My gut kind of told me Andre was in the outs with Mattel and the WWE, as we're seeing Cella, we're seeing Zombie Sailor, we're seeing Super 7 making Andre figures. I figured maybe Mattel's hat wasn't in the game anymore, but apparently it is. So much so we're getting a Chase edition Andre the Giant, and I've always wanted the Hawaiian t-shirt Andre the Giant, so this is a little close enough. I believe this is WrestleMania 3, the old chain with Hulk Hogan, the build up to that, a suited Andre the Giant. Man, I love a good suited figure, and this might be the best suited figure of all time, a giant suited figure. The new title belt is really cool, the extra hands with Andre, and then you get the more Miami Vice Andre the Giant. I believe that is going to be the chase, but both of those going to be must-have. Elite 100 is an interesting one. It really veered away from where I thought it would be, celebrate more. It's just... maybe we're looking at this as a look to the future instead of a look to the past is how we could sum up Elite 100. So whatever you want to say about it, I still will be picking it up. And those Andres and Stunning Steve, that's the jewels of those sets, or a set of 100 for me, at least in my opinion. You leave your opinion in the comments down below. Now we go over to some more renders here, and it looks like after all these years, Jax was very close, but we are getting via Mattel Mr. America. Hulk Hogan, Mr. America, possibly a 2-in-1 figure it looks like here. But man, I'm here for this. You guys know I love face paint. I love masks. I love hairy bipedal creatures. I like big figures. You guys know what I like. So Hogan in a mask, this is something, some new ground is covered here. I'm here for this all day long. A lot of you guys are so sick of Hulk Hogan. Why Hulk Hogan? Why Hulk Hogan? We always talk. We put our business hat on and we say, well, the Hulkster sells. And it's not a non-profit over there at Mattel, so they're trying to move units through the door. Guess what? Hulk Hogan moves some units. It's just a known fact for sure. Another render here, and this is one took me a little bit to figure out who it was. Kind of like Xia Li yesterday. I said, who is that exactly? Well, that was Xia Li. Today, Sonya Deville. And obviously the render hurts kind of really figuring out who it is right away. But Sonya Deville been all over TV. I'm actually shocked we didn't get a basic Sonya Deville before we got another Elite. Get her in her like businesswoman attire, because that's how she's been for the last year primarily on WWE TV. But we already seen Sonya Deville. Much like Zelina Vega, her prior Elite was a collector's edition Target exclusive, if you guys remember back to that. Now here's another one I predicted was coming in the vein of Rob Gronkowski, things like that, is Johnny Knoxville. Of course, Johnny Knoxville, a guy I love. I absolutely love Johnny Knoxville and the whole Jackass crew. Been a fan since episode 1 back in MTV back in the day. Seen all the movies, seen all the stuff. I want a Johnny Knoxville Elite. I'm happy about this, but I guarantee there's a lot of people that are upset about this, feel it's a wasted spot, but I like these little curveballs every once in a while. And Johnny Knoxville, I hope he comes with some more accessories. This, once again, is a render, so he does have fisted hands. He came to fight like a young Wildfire Tommy Rich, but I don't know. I don't know how he's going to go, but I got to think there's going to be some gagged things with him, accessories. If you guys remember the WrestleMania match, there's got to be more to this Knoxville, but man, I'm all in. Sign me up day one for that one. Now we turn our attention over to some Mattel Retros. Of course, Retromania running wild with Cella, CWF, Zombie Sailor, Rush Collectibles. I'm probably missing one. And of course, Mattel, who have kind of taken over the license from Hasbro, the natural fit of the big retailer, I guess we'd say. But we got Doink the Clown, one of the Orange Card series that got canceled back in the day, now being brought to fruition. We're getting Doink the Clown. Doink Mania running wild these days, as we know we got an Ultimate Edition Doink right around the corner with the Generation ring, of course. But we're getting Doink in the Mattel Retros. And now this one threw me for a huge loop. It's Greg the Hammer Valentine. You know my long history with this Greg Valentine figure. Greg coming to the Mattel Retros, which just makes me say, what is Cella going to do? Who's going to buy the Cella one at this point? Because Cella is going to be about double the price point of this Greg Valentine, and that's just a little bit of a head scratcher. So Cella and Mattel both coming out with about the same identical Greg Valentine figure at the same time. Very, very strange indeed. And like I said, the Mattel one will be about half the cost. So that's going to hurt Cella. And I think the Cella one is going up for pre-order possibly this weekend or next weekend. Man, that really sucks for Cella. If they could have got that pre-order out maybe a week or 2 weeks ago, they would have sold a lot more units than they're going to sell in the next couple of days. That is just a business 101. Somebody beats you to the punch is what happens there at a cheaper cost. But Greg Valentine, man, I'm here for this. Give me that next to my honky tonk, man. I'm ready for that. Then once again, we go back to another canceled one back in the day. USA Lex Luger. Gotta say, not a huge fan of this figure here. I just don't really like the pose. This is the old Ultimate Warrior Retro Series 1 pose. It is what it is. It fits the bill, though, of canceled guys, so I can see a lot of people wanting this, but another Lex Luger. Same thing, once again, Tugboat. We knew Tugboat was supposed to be coming. He did get canceled way back in the day. Now all is being corrected. All is being right. So you get Typhoon, and now we get Tugboat in the retro-style figures. So Tugboat looking really good for sure. And then this one threw me for a loop, too, and this one's a little bit of a head-scratcher, too. It's the NWO 2-pack, so it looks like we're going back to 2-packs. I'm just saying to myself, where am I going to put this stuff? I'm staring right across at my Mattel wall. I got room for about 5 more figures. I don't know what I'm going to do after that. I'm going to have to get very creative. We'll figure it out, I guess. We always do. That's a problem for future Kyle, as I like to say. But we got Kevin Nash in his NWO gear. A little bit plain Jane, I would say. Got big-time wrist tape going on. It looks like almost street fighting Kevin Nash here. But we get him, and then we get Scott Hall. I believe that is going to be one of the 2-packs. Now, in a long line of 2-pack troubles with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, once again, they don't match. We got Hall in kind of the red and black attack. We got Nash in the all black. I would have liked them both in all NWO black. Don't give me the red Scott Hall. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that at all. He is in a good position. He does look pretty good. Of course, we had Razor Ramon back in the day. We all remember that. Very interesting. I wonder if it'll be fixed in the live samples. He does have a gray beard here. I don't remember him having a gray beard. I don't know if it's supposed to be kind of stubble, 5 o'clock shadow. It's just a way of pointing that out. But hopefully it doesn't come Santa Claus gray, kind of like that. But very interesting Scott Hall. Then we get Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Hollywood Hulk Hogan in a 2-pack with, I guess, X-Pac. That's the plan here. X-Pac, a jumper. I guess if anybody deserved to be a jumper, I'd say it is X-Pac. But once again, red and black being mixed back and forth between the two. Maybe we will get X-Pac and Scott Hall in a 2-pack and Nash and Hogan, and that would make a little bit more color sense to me. But either way, we're getting 2-packs of the NWO, which is still pretty cool, and I know a lot of people are here for that all day long. I don't blame you. I figured I'd pull a few of these out. We talked about these, saw these yesterday, but here's a cool render of Dingo Warrior, a 2-in-1 figure. Kyle's going to have to get 3 of these, a mint on card and 1 of each. Use the different hands, all that stuff, but we get Dingo Warrior with the old school face paint and then a more modern Ultimate Warrior that we're more used to for sure. But you know me, I'm picking this one up day one. Get me all these. No Warrior left behind. That's the rule. We got to live by it. We got to stick to our rules. You know how that goes. I thought I'd show this AJ Styles once again. Very gangly, very young-looking AJ Styles. Boy, nobody's going to confuse this AJ Styles for me, that's for sure. Maybe you go back to old school Kyle. Maybe we get some of that. I don't know. But very interesting. I'll definitely have him with that Nitro shirt on for sure. But the Legends, AJ Styles, an interesting one. And then one I'm really psyched about is one of my all-time favorites, as you guys know, Ken Shamrock. His triumphant return back to the Elite line. Man, I can't help but smile about this. Then to get the chase, so I get him in blue, I get him in green, and then I got the red one, of course. Man, it's almost time for a Ken Shamrock top 5 on the channel. We're going to have to do that one. I'm jazzed up. 2 Intercontinental titles with him. The old school Intercontinental. Like, it's not super old school, but you know what I mean. But very cool. Ken Shamrock, very toyetic. I just hope there's 2 heads for Ken, so we can give a different head to each body. It doesn't look like in the pictures, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. I'm here for that all day long. Then we're looking down the path of future legends. And now, a little unclear on this at the time. I'm sure it'll all be delegated, talked about here in the future. But we are getting the Samoan SWAT team. I was an old school WCW guy way back in the day, NWA. I love the Samoan SWAT team managed by Paulie Dangerously. I was all in on that tag team. The tag team of late NWA, early WCW was just an amazing time if you love tag team wrestling. and the Samoan SWAT team, a dangerous team at that time. But we are getting both members there, but it looks to be they are going to be the chases. So we're getting two different versions of those. I guess we're getting the NWA version and the WWF version, WWE version. And I'm okay with that because these guys are guys that we don't get like the John Cena's, Roman Reigns, you know what I mean? So if we're getting 2 and 1, man, I'm fine with that. Get me both of them right at once. Very, very cool accessories here. A lot to take in, but a lot to like about this one. And like I said, they are going to be the chase. And then another one, we've been wanting Paulie Dangerously. We've been wanting Paul Heyman. Well, we're getting one here. We're getting old school Paulie. Now, when I first see this, I think WCW. I don't necessarily think ECW. He's got the ECW hat there. I guess it is dangerous enough to work. We could have him with 911 or something coming out in early ECW. But to me, this is WCW Paul Heyman all day long. And man, I'm here for it. Even the old school cell phone. Man, absolutely love this. Slam dunk, home run. Give us more managers. I love this renewed focus on WCW, NWA stuff. There's a whole generation that's been missing out on that, and WWE owns it all. Let's make the money off it, and that seems to be what they're doing. I hope this continues. Give me some more of those Dangerous Alliance figures. Get me Bobby Eaton somehow. Give me some of that stuff going on. Give me Medusa back in the day. Man, I'm here for that stuff all day long. Then we see another John Cena. Very crazy second head on this John Cena. Look at that mad, angry head he's got going on there. Man, he's just fired up about something. A little Ruthless Aggression stuff to come, of course, with that Cena. And then the Kevin Nash we talked about yesterday. We saw him in the shirt. We're not sure what was underneath that. It is the singlet with the NWO logo down in kind of the abs there. Shelton Benjamin coming with a ladder. Shelton always has to come with a ladder. He did that one spot, very big, made a huge splash, and now he's forever tied to a ladder in his action figures, which I guess there's worse things to be tied to. You could be like the Bushwhackers and tied to pizza and drinks back in the Jax days, if you remember that. Here's another one that came out of left field and one we've been wanting for a long time. It is Eric Bischoff from the Ruthless Aggression era. And then you got the wedding head, the Reverend head, or whatever you want to call it, that he wore when... Who was he marrying? Was it Billy and Chuck back in the day? I can't even remember. I think that's what it was. But you get two heads there. That head doesn't really work, though, on this body. Maybe there'll be an extra soft goods to kind of put over like a robe type thing. But man, Eric Bischoff in figure form, I'm here for that. I would love, and I gotta assume if they're doing this, we're gonna get WCW Eric Bischoff. Heck, give me AWA announcer Eric Bischoff back in the day. But more Eric Bischoffs, I'm fine with that. Once again, we're diving into the history of wrestling. We need this guy in figure form, and I'm happy to see that in the Ruthless Aggression. Another one coming out is Tori Wilson. How cool is this? Even has her dog, which is a great throwback to the extra rare Jax one. As we know, she had a dog in one, and then they made a variant change, and the dog was removed. Chloe, was that the dog's name? It's been a while. But she does have that. I'm all in for a Tori Wilson in the Ruthless Aggression line. Makes a lot of sense to me. Even comes with her little mask action. She was kind of Carmella before Carmella in some ways. Then we turn our attention to the WWE Superstars line, and a line a lot of people are really liking. I'm a little nervous about this line, as I really thought this line would go maybe 5 sets or so, but it looks like full steam ahead here. Once again, Kyle's running out of wall space for these mid-on-card collections. As you guys know, Superstars line, I got a mid-on-card set and a loose set. But man, when you count He-Man that's coming from Origins, there's no stopping that one. There's no stopping this. There's only so much wall space. Unless I start dividing my rooms down the middle, maybe I'll have to do that and just make a big maze of action figures. I don't know. But I got to also resell this house when I run out of tire. So once again, future Kyle problems, I guess. But we're getting the Rock in the cow print design. I remember him catching a lot of flack for the cow print back in the day. Not the best Rock, but very cool. Once again, in the Superstars line, something we really haven't had in the Elite line. So making it different enough to be dangerous, we'll just say right there. But we're getting that Rock. Macho Man we talked about yesterday. Everybody wants Macho Man. Got to think he's going to be shipping in his own case like Hollywood Hogan. Mr. T, we got to get the most out of our Mr. T. You know how that goes. We've got so many Mr. T's over the last couple years. I don't know how long his contract is with Mattel, but they're going to get everything they can out of that, and I don't blame them. That just makes all the sense in the world. But we're getting a very B.A. Baracus looking Mr. T as well, so I'm okay with that as well. And then the natural disasters are coming. We're getting Typhoon. This was one I'd never expected in the Superstars line. Honestly, I'm not sure how well Typhoon's going to sell, but I'll definitely pick 1 or 2 up. Earthquake as well is looking really good. Earthquake is a 2-in-1. You take off the soft goods, you're no longer natural disasters, you're just straight up single Earthquake. So that is pretty cool. And then Ravishing Rick Rude coming to the Superstars line. That makes sense. Once again, of course, he has the removable goods. Very, very good looking Rick Rude figure. I'm here for the Superstars line. A lot of good stuff coming down the pathway with the Walmart or Paulmart exclusive Superstars line. All right, we continue on with something that's got a lot of people excited. A magical time in wrestling, of course, was the Mega Powers, and we've been screaming for the Mega Powers. A lot of people have been screaming, where's an Ultimate Edition 2-pack of the Mega Powers? But anyways, here we are with the Elite Mega Powers. What a fateful year and a half. What was that? About 2 years, that whole long angle, lust in his eyes. Of course, Hulk Hogan for Miss Elizabeth. Just absolutely fabulous. Love, love, love this pack. This is going to display great. This is something a lot of collectors have been looking for a long time. As of right now, I'm not sure how that's coming. I believe it's coming as a 2-pack, like a Hollywood 2-pack. I'm not exactly sure. As we know, the Hollywood line was a Walmart exclusive. I don't know if that's not the case anymore. I'm really not sure exactly what, but Macho Man, some new head sculpts here. You got Macho Man with his tongue out. I don't know about this Hulk Hogan with his sleepy eyes going on, but man, this one is fabulous. Mega Powers on the back. Of course, the nice robe for Macho Man. Hulkster all decked out in the Hulk Rules gear. Just a fabulous, fabulous one. Definitely day one pickup. I can see people buying multiples of that one for sure. Then we turn our attention back over to the Ultimate Edition, and we're getting Ultimate Edition AJ Styles. How about that one? Very cool, and a guy deserving of an Ultimate Edition, I would say. It's interesting how these Ultimate Editions have really changed with the third head. We started with Edge, with kind of the windswept, the Roman Reigns, of course. Goldberg getting a crazy head with the fire, or the smoke, I should say. Now we're getting AJ Styles like he's on a motorcycle or something. Very, very crazy, but I love the gear choice here. Looks good. A great AJ Styles. You guys know I'm all in on that one. My old buddy AJ. My old buddy Alan Jones. But there it is. Speaking of Ultimate Editions, here's one that came out of left field. We kind of expected this one, but I didn't expect it here today, and I didn't expect it in Ultimate form, but we're getting a Double J Jeff Jarrett, Cowboy Jeff Jarrett, Ultimate Edition here. Very cool. All the extra heads, the extra hands, the hat, the glasses. Will it light up? I don't think so, but that would be a cool feature. But Jeff Jarrett, man, talk about a career resurgence. Part of Ric Flair's last match, referee at SummerSlam, big-time podcast, back with the WWE, owns a minor league baseball team. Jeff Jarrett's doing it all here in 2022. Who would have had that on their card? Not me. But I'm here for it once again. There's another look at Bret Hart Ultimate Edition extra heads. Looks good in the renders, and we can see the glasses look a heck of a lot better than we saw in the live picture yesterday. So stay tuned for more. I believe that is going to be a Target exclusive. And then for people that have been screaming, they wanted that old school Rock Amazon exclusive. It looks like we're getting a little bit of that here, but a little bit of differences. We're getting another Rock Ultimate Edition. Rock is third Ultimate Edition. Can you believe it at this point? But like I said, a guy that moves units apparently, and we got to have the Rock out there, so we get a render of him. We continue on, and we talked about Paul Heyman, old school Paul Heyman. Well, one that has been much, much needed as of late is a Paul Heyman modern time. Back and forth between Roman and Brock Lesnar. He does come with a microphone, which makes all the sense, some extra hands. But I'm here for this Paul Heyman. A good looking figure. Got to pick that one up. And then we got Brock Lesnar. Once again, there's Brock. Little cowboy Brock in his cowboy boots. I got to think we'll get a little flannel with this. Maybe a cowboy hat. Things like that. But we're getting Brock. And then, of course, to complete it out, we got Roman Reigns. Bloodline shirt. Roman, he's everywhere these days. I don't know if this is going to be a 3-pack or what this exactly is. Just 3 solo carded figures. But it does look pretty good. Definitely speaking to current day wrestling with the main event of SummerSlam right there going on for 2022. Once again, Goldberg, we talked about his Ultimate Edition. This one does look a little bit strange. The Ultimates look a little strange at the top. And I see that right here with Goldberg. Just a little bit of a strange deal. But he does come with the 2 title belts, which is always cool. Extra hands, the smoke effects, and the extra head. Is going to be an Amazon exclusive. Should go up for pre-order, I would think, anytime now. Anytime now we should have this. And I know my dad will be getting one. He loves himself some Goldberg, so Dad, you'll have to pick that one up as well. Then I thought I'd take another quick look here as we did. We got some better pictures of the Survivor Series set. Of course, Rick Rude being the Build-A-Figure. Man, I need 2 of those Rick Rudes. I need one for my WCW NWO shelf. Need one for my DX shelf. I think a lot of people are going to be in that same problem. Kudos to Mattel. Ooh, Mattel, you're getting it. We would have all liked this as a regular release instead of as a Build-A-Figure, making us buy multiple figures. And a lot of people are going to want that suited body as well. I love the one with just a mustache. They gave him the old sassy pose. He's just ready to go right there, but very cool for Rick Rude. We get AJ Styles, once again, his return to the Elite line in the Survivor Series set. Get the most out of your molds. But we also see the packaging design for this AJ Styles. So that's a very cool, very vibrant packaging design right there. I do like that a lot. And then we get Becky Lynch once again. Not a huge Becky Lynch fan. I feel like it's been a little bit overkill, but still looks good enough. And I guess you have to have a female in there every once in a while. And it's cool to get this design from Becky Lynch in the set here. And then whoa, stop the clock, as I always like to say. It's future Kyle checking in with past Kyle, as we had a few updates, a few additions to this video. Thought I'd break in and put these in here before the video goes live, of course. But we did see a few more things. We talked about in yesterday's video, make sure you check that one out, that there was a Target exclusive 3-pack of Undertaker, 123 Kid, Razor Ramon. Well, we did see in-package images of this. Looks pretty awesome. Will display very well if that is your thing to display these things. In package, of course, but a beautiful, beautiful set there. We also saw something real special. We talked about that Mega Powers 2-pack. Well, that is going to be a Ringside Collectibles exclusive. Very, very cool in-package shots of that. And up right now on Ringside, so many pre-orders that make your head spin. A very expensive day for us collectors, but use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%, at least take a little of that wallet heat back for sure. But a lot of stuff is up for pre-order on Ringside, including that Mega Powers pack. So jump on that or forever hold your peace, as one might say. We also saw the upcoming Elite WrestleMania Build-A-Figure wave, and of course the Build-A-Figure in this one, Mean Gene Okerlund. Great for some of you guys that might have missed the Mean Gene Walmart exclusive from a few years back. Another opportunity at Mean Gene and his more classic look. This is what I think of when I think of Mean Gene. But he's a Build-A-Figure. Who's in the actual set? Well, it's a heavy, heavy hitter set. And we got 2 big WrestleMania matches represented in action figure form, as we've got the Macho Man Randy Savage, I should say King Macho Man Randy Savage, and Dusty Rhodes. And I was a little worried this Dusty Rhodes might be just that Legends kind of redone in greatest hit style, but it is different. It has the bells and whistles, but it has some different soft goods, different head scans, stuff like that. Truly a new Dusty Rhodes figure in the polka dots, of course. Macho Man, all new as well. Nice to get another Macho King out there. And I did predict this year we would see another Macho Man, Macho King figure. I figured it would be the Ringside exclusive, ran back in an Ultimate, but here we are. We're getting this as an Elite. So I guess my prediction did come true, just not exactly how I predicted it. We'll call it that. Too bad the Build-A-Figure in this wave couldn't have been old sweet, sweet Sapphire. That would have been something. I would like a Sapphire Elite. That would have been a good one, but not in the cards this year. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. But we got those two, Dusty Rhodes, the Macho King, Randy Savage. And then the other one of the most famous WrestleMania matches of all time, The Rock versus Hulk Hogan. Hollywood Hogan, another one, but this time in Elite form, where we did get the Ultimate a year or 2 years ago, whatever it's been. We now get The Rock and Hogan in this Elite set. A heavy, heavy Hall of Fame heavy set right here. A very good one. A must-have set, dare I say so myself. And like I said, Ringside Collectibles is going to have all this stuff. Tons and tons of stuff went up for pre-order today and yesterday. Get your wallets ready, but use discount code Kyle to save 10% when you do. There it is. There is a quick recap of San Diego Comic-Con. 2 days of action figure excitement in the wrestling world, and we're not even done. Of course, Saturday's weekly purchases, I'm going to talk about all the things from Masters of the Universe, G.I. Joe, Marvel, Star Wars, NECA, Super 7. There's a lot to still discuss about Super 7. About San Diego Comic-Con, and I'm here for it all day long. It's a lot of stuff. Don't get too much anxiety. Don't get that turtle anxiety. A lot of people, we had a lot of pre-orders. That's a little bit tough. I get that and everything that goes along with that. But we got to remember, a lot of the stuff we saw here today isn't up for pre-order. It's going to be drug out for 6 months, 8 months from now. It's not all going to hit you at once. So start budgeting, start planning. If you got some old Elites you don't need anymore, maybe start flipping those, getting some money to offset. Got to get a deal all day long. I know how that goes, but man, expensive, expensive times. It might be time for us all to get a job somewhere. Maybe we can all start a company together. Who knows? We'll have to look into that. But wallet pain, it's a real thing, but we just got to take it in stride. And for you true long gamers, you guys know I always say, I wish I was better at it, but you can play that long game. It's fun to get that new shiny toy, but guess what? You wait 4 or 5 months after that shiny toy, it's not as shiny. There's something that came and replaced it. You can always get in on those hot Ringside sales, hot GameStop sales, Target sales, and you can get these things half off, if not better, down the line. So if you can be patient, and we all got to learn more patience probably in life in this day and age, you can save some money on the back end down the line. So there's a pro tip of the day. But the best tip of the day is like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the old notification bell, and leave me your comments down below. I'm anxious to hear what you guys think. What is your number one want out of everything we saw these last 2 days? What are you excited for? A lot of people are probably grumbling. I'm sure there will be a lot of people in the comments. They thought for sure they'd see Steiner Brothers figures. I didn't think we'd see any this soon, but I wouldn't hold out hope for maybe the fall, maybe Ringside Fest, something like that. Maybe we'll see some renders, or maybe the Steiners just said, no, we're not going to sign. We don't want anything to do with it. Who knows? But we do got Braun Breaker, so it's a baby step. It's a baby step, but I know a lot of people would have liked to see the Steiner Brothers, just not possible this year at San Diego Comic-Con. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And then while you're here, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, like I said, but also the Patreon. That's the best way to support the channel, support all the content. And with that, you get a part of giveaways, bonus content, exclusive videos, a lot going on over at the Patreon channel, and best of all, you get to support the channel. You can also support the channel at Pro Wrestling Tees, and you can also follow along on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. And for San Diego Comic-Con 2022 Mattel Reveals video part 2, check out part 1 if you missed it. I am Kyle. Don't call me Big Show. Don't call me AJ Styles. And I'll see you guys all real soon.